Hey Flosstube, welcome to the special edition of Creative One Studio. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa Koga and I'm a cross-stitch designer amongst other needlework design type things and an artist. And I am here today to show you my new releases for Christmas. I had mentioned in previous videos that I would have a new release in October. Well, today is Wednesday, October 30th. No, October 29th. So I'm like getting in right at the end of October, but it's still October, right? So hopefully I will be able to post this as well today. I have several new releases. I do have to mention that I'm not sure if I had mentioned on my channel before or not, but I know I mentioned in my Patreon that I was coming out with a Hello Winter book in October. That has been put on hold because all of the things that I'm releasing, I have like 9 releases, and it's just too close to the Jingle Ball to have a Hello book come out, because those Hello books like just bury us for weeks on end shipping them out. So I'm holding that off for the Nashville market. So it is coming out. It'll be a kind of a strange time to have a snow book come out because it's going to be spring, but it is what it is, and that's just how this all fell together. So excuse me. So I'm going to start out with the new releases that you may have already seen. I have my new releases that were from the Jingle Ball last year. So if you went to the Jingle Ball last year, these are not new to you. You've already seen them and maybe you even have purchased them. But if you were not at the Jingle Ball last year, I know I've been getting messages from people wanting some of the exclusives from last year's Jingle Ball. So let's start out with Up on the Housetop. This is Up on the Housetop. This artwork also was the panel for my fabric line by the same name that came out last year. So let me give you all the details on Up on the Housetop. This was model stitched I'm sorry. Wait, I didn't say who model stitched it. Oh yeah. This was model stitched by Marianne Monson, 1/2 on 40 count vintage country mocha. And it was finished on a Chantelle's board. It's the Tall Heart Bender board that I then just painted with like a cream color. And then I have some really tiny black rickrack on there that I believe I purchased from Hobby Lobby. And then I have like this burlap ribbon and then this red ribbon that I just tied it on the bottom just to give it a little bit more interest there at the bottom of the design. Super cute. Tara Sullivan just stitched this too. If you follow her on Instagram, you have seen her finish. So there you go, that's Up on the Housetop. Next we have Holiday Stroll. This also was a Jingle Ball exclusive last year. I just love that Santa's gait, how quick he is walking. I forget, I had a story to this. I think the story goes, Dancer, maybe it's Prancer, I don't know, was out in the forest playing with his little snow buddy there, and Santa, it was getting to the point where he was going to be late for the training that they were doing that day. So Santa went out in the forest and found him, and as you can see, the reindeer looks indignant and Santa is booking it, and he's pulling his little snow friend, Prancer's little snow friend, behind him to go to the reindeer flying lessons. Yeah, that's the story. All right, the details on this piece. Oh, I forgot the stitch count on that last one. I'll try to do better. Stitch count is 184 by 115. This is a lot of DMC with 3 weeks dye works. Model stitch by Tammy Easterling, 1/2 on 40 count Salt Bush by Fox and Rabbit. Finished on Chantelle's Hanging Sign. And then the vintage Rick Rack was by Lady Dot Creates. The color is vintage. So I just painted that board. Now this is actually a sign. As you can see, there's holes here. So it's actually meant to hang this way, but I needed it to hang this way. Or not hang, but set this way. So I just took this kind of rustic twine and I put it through the holes and made a bow, and it just looks really super cute that way. And it works. So there you go. That's Holiday Stroll. And here is the book. This is what the book will look like if you get the book from your LNS. I'm going to go ahead and show you too. Up on the housetop, that is the book for that one. And I'm going to give you that stitch count. It's a small one. It's 90 by 109. So that's a nice quick one to get done. And last but not least, our exclusive from last year was Blue Coat Santa. So this is the book that it will come in. And here he is in all his glory. He's so cute. I just love him. Super fun. So while I'm holding him in front of my face, let's see if we can get it to focus on him. Here he comes into focus. Look how cute that face is. Stitch count 77 by 147. It has one classic color works, a slew of DMC, and 2 weeks dye works. Model stitched by Mary Schreiner, 1/2 on 40 count Salt Bush by Fox and Rabbit, and I FFO'd this one. And he has some polyfill and some crushed walnuts in there. I kind of like my pillows to be flat. I don't know, I feel like when they're round, it takes away, it can distort the face, and it kind of takes away from the stitched piece. So that is Blue Coat Santa. So he is now available to everyone. So those were my 3 exclusives from the Jingle Ball last year, now available to everyone. I do have some other things that were exclusive to last year. Okay, this is Santa Wreath Ornament, and this was my Jingle Ball ornament from last year that was in the bauble book that Stephanie puts together every year. So at the Jingle Ball, there's 12 designers, and all 12 of us design an ornament for her to put into a booklet. So that was last year's ornament that I submitted to the book, and now it is available to everyone. All right, the stitch count is 79 by 79. This is all done in DMC floss. I stitched the model on 40 count Walnut Grove by Needle and Flax. Finished on Chantelle 141 Perpetual Paddle using Lady Dot Creates Mini Pom Pom in the color Vintage. I just love his face. And if you follow Nicole Spohr, she has been stitching on this. She might even have it done by now, but she's been stitching. And I just painted mine with a nice green color. It hardly shows because of the pom-pom and all that going around. And then, gosh, I want to say that this is, I don't know, probably Lady Dot Creates ribbon. And that will be a postcard. So it's just a single sheet postcard. And here's what it looks like when you are at your shop if you're looking for it. Also from the Jingle Ball last year, my class was this adorable frosty garland. And now you can make your very own if you missed my class last year. These are stitched on perforated paper. I have finishing instructions. Let's see, I want to say I put that in my... Yes. So this is also on a postcard. And I have all 3 of them on the back. Excuse me. I stitched this model 3/1 on 14 count cream perforated paper. Stitch count for each is 30 by 45. The supplies, I have a list of supplies for finishing, and then I tell you that the finishing instructions are available on my blog under freebies. So you will have some written instructions on how to finish these. It's so cute hanging on the tree, you guys. So cute. The little jingle bells at the bottom. Rusty jingle bells at the bottom. Super cute. So that is another release. That is from last year's Jingle Ball. I have another exclusive from last year. Frosty Bulb. Now, Frosty Bulb was an exclusive for Chantelle 141's ornament box. So she, every year, puts out this ornament box. And I think it's just been the past couple years that she has had 5 designers design something exclusive for her ornament pieces. So this is my contribution to last year's box called Frosty Bulb. The stitch count is 65 by 70. I model stitched this on 40 count Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit. Do you think I like Saltbush or what? 3 things last year for Christmas were stitched on Saltbush. It's such an amazing color though. It was finished on Chantelle 141's tag ornament using Lady Dot Creates Rick Rack in the color Vintage. The hanger and pre-made bow are from Factory Direct Craft. I used Carnival Red DIY paint that I also got from Chantelle. That's the color I used to paint the board. And then that little ribbon is the same ribbon actually that was on Up on the Rooftop. I think I got that at Factory Direct Craft as well. Okay, we have one more exclusive. And then we have 2 new releases that no one has seen yet. So we have Sweet Moon. Hold on, there's something on the glass. All right, Sweet Moon. I love this. It says, "Oh, sweet moon, shine so bright, help me guide my sleigh tonight." This was an exclusive to Teresa Vanette Kitten Stitcher's Advent box last year, and now is available as a general release to everyone. I will give you all the details. By the way, all of these designs are full crosses. No specialty stitches. They're perfectly fine to be stitched on Ada. Okay, this piece, the stitch count is 145 by 145. Model stitched by Tammy Easterling 2/2 on 32 count Shadow by Picture This Plus. Framed by Paula at the Craft Gallery in Findlay, Ohio. It fits a 10 by 10 frame when it's stitched on 32 count or 16 count Ada. So that's good to know. Because 10 by 10 frames, you can find those at Hobby Lobby easily. And you could just paint it black if you wanted, buy a different color frame and paint it black if you want. This is all DMC, a lot of DMC except for 1 week's dye works. Yeah, super fun. I love the reindeer. This is going to be done in wool applique. Trust me. It's going to be a wall hanging, and this is one I actually want to work on. So hopefully by next Christmas it will be available. Yeah, so here is the booklet that it will come in. Sweet Moon. Super fun. I tend to gravitate towards Santa for Christmas, as you can tell. He's my guy. All right. So we're going to take a little break from Santa just so that we can finish up our every season series, guys. I'm so excited. So here was the fall one, spring, summer, and that was fall, and now we have winter. I love this one. So the title of this is A Time to Rest. It is part 4 in the final piece of the Every Season series. This is model stitched by Mary Schreiner, 1/2 on 40 count Sleeping Bear by Needle and Flax. Finished on Chantelle 141's rustic rhythm board using Lady Dot Creates vintage mini pom-pom. I used mini pom-pom because it resembled snowballs. Stitch count 155 by 94. And I'll just read about this series in case you are new to this series that I designed. Every season is my first seasonal series. A Time to Rest and Play is the last. This design celebrates winter and finds our colonial couple playing in the snow and enjoying the outdoors without work. Just play. A Time to Sow was the first in the series. A Time to Work was the second, and A Time to Reap was the third. Each design features this sweet couple and how they enjoy the seasons outdoors. The charts will be the same stitch count, so they all fit on the small rustic rhythm finishing board designed by Chantelle's 141 Design Company. She also offers a large board to accommodate 36 and 32 count finishes. The early American style of the cross stitch and finishing board seamlessly blend together to create a beautiful interchangeable piece you can display in your home the entire year. So this was stitched on 40 count, which fits the small board, and then if you stitch it on 32 or 36 count, it will fit on the large rustic rhythm board. Available at Chantelle's 141. Of course, I will have her website linked below. But I love this colonial couple playing, throwing snow around. I love the checkerboard house. The cardinals and the little kitty. It's just so cute. Super fun. So that concludes the Every Season series, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed stitching all the pieces, and now you have an interchangeable piece for the whole year. Super fun. All right, guys, last but not least, this guy's been a long time coming. Ever since I painted him last year for, was it last year? For Vlogmas, everyone's been all over me. Where is Pink Coat Santa? We need Pink Coat Santa. So here's the artwork that inspired Pink Coat Santa. And when I showed him on Instagram, I had many people saying, when are you going to chart him? So a year later, I have charted him. And here he is. Now this is considered the full piece. Okay, so I model stitched this and fully finished it. I stitched it on 40 count Sandbar by Under the Sea Fabrics. It's finished on Chantelle 141's Parlor Proper board with Lady Dot Creates Barn Door Rickrack. The stitch count is 108 by 143, and it fits perfectly on this board. It's so funny, you know how sometimes at night you lay awake in bed, and I knew I was going to do this video today, so last night I was thinking about this, and I'm like, instead of painting that board black, I wish I would have painted it red. But you know, it's cool on the black, it's a little more prim that way, and it really does pop off that black, but I think red would have been really nice too. Then, because, okay, so the whole reason I even started doing my Santas in these pillows is because people were doing it anyway. I have a lot of Santa designs out there, and people were making them into stand-ups or making them into pillows, kind of like the animal crackers. So that's why last year I'm like, well, I'm just going to finish him in a pillow. So Pink Coat Santa, I love the full stitched version of him, but I equally love him as a pillow. So in the booklet, which let me show you, here's the booklet. this is the booklet. It's so cute because it's pink on the back. So in the booklet, I show the artwork, but I also have a photo of this guy just as the pillow. I don't want to show you the chart, so yeah, so I have a picture of him just as the pillow. So there's actually 2 charts because I had to change it up a little bit, obviously. As you can see, the hat on this piece, how the hat kind of goes flying off to the side. Well, I had to tuck his hat down, you know, next to him. And then I removed all the things around him, like the 2025. I removed the snowman, and basically it's just Santa with his presents and his candy cane and the wreath with the bells. So this was stitched by Marian Monson and FFO'd by my sweet friend Denise Goose Designs. So my wonderful friend Denise also put a little heart-shaped pocket on the back and put a pair of pink scissors in there for me. It's so sweet. And then she took this little package here and she stitched it double-sided even to make a little key fob. I'm sorry, scissor fob. I say key fob all the time. So adorable. I just think it's adorable. I'm gonna take that out. There we go. So there he is with his little scissors and his little scissor fob hanging down. It's just adorable. But I love him. He's so cute. So there you go. That is Pink Coat Santa in all his glory. That's it, guys. I think that's plenty. That is 9 new releases, 2 brand new, and then the other 7 have been, you know, released in some other capacity, whether the Jingle Ball, the exclusive for Chantelle, the exclusive for Kitten Stitcher. But I know a lot of you, you know, haven't been to the Jingle Ball yet, and if you haven't, I hope that you go this year. I have some amazing things, and I'm super excited to record and share all of my Jingle Ball exclusives with you. So at the Jingle Ball, I will have 2 exclusives, and I will have 2 that will be new releases. So they'll only be available at the Jingle Ball, but then they will be released at market in March. So that's how I'm going to roll that out. Anyways, I'm really excited to share all that with you. So watch for that video to come closer to the Jingle Ball. I will probably actually release it because I want people to come to the Jingle Ball and come to my booth and be excited to see what's new. So I don't want to show it prior to the Jingle Ball. What I'm going to do is release, I'm going to release the video on the same day that the Jingle Ball starts. That way, people that come to the Jingle Ball in the morning won't be, you know, the surprise won't be ruined for them. But yeah, I want to promote the Jingle Ball with these new things that I'm coming out with that are exclusive. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you see something you liked and get a hold of your LNS. By the time you see this video, they will be informed that all of this is available and they will be able to place orders. So get a hold of your LNS and just get on the list for things that you want. And I think that's it. Oh, also, don't forget, I always have a blog post where you can go and look at all the photos of what I just showed you. And then I also post the back cover or the symbol supply list so that you can see all the different colors of floss that were used. You can see the fabric that was used. You can see how much fabric you're going to need to make the project. And so you can get those ordered at the same time that you order your pattern. So your LNS will be well equipped for you. So go to teresakogut.com and my new releases will be listed on that first page of the blog. So I think that's it, guys. Don't forget, create every day. Thanks for watching. Bye.